Hey guys, it's Mark Rodriguez, and you're watching Mark at the Movies, or I guess Mark and his co-workers at the movies. Yeah. Anyway, before I start talking about the movie, I did want to mention that this time I actually went to see it at a drive-in instead of like the actual movie theater, and this is the first time I've ever been to one like ever. I mean, I thought those things didn't exist anymore. Like that's just stuff from like I don't know, 60s, 70s, whatever. So it was like a different experience, and went there with Chuck Rodriguez, my I guess, long lost brother or whatever. And we had some cool people there. We had Anna Lee. She was there. She was actually also working at the Sci-Fi Con, so she was there. She's the one that gives you like the bands when you come in. So that was kind of cool. It's just that we were so busy, I didn't have a chance to film her anywhere during the video of the Sci-Fi Valley Con. But yeah, she was there too. And also Caitlin was this cool girl. I mean, she drives us around, so she was nice enough to pick me and Anna Lee up, take us to the drive-in after work and everything. And yeah, it's just this just the environment, like this thing. There's like this giant ass, screen in the background, and all your cars are there. People bring out their blankets, they bring out those little fold-out chairs to sit, and you get your beers and everything. And I guess like the sound comes from the car radio, so you got to tune into a specific station and just crank up the volume, and that's how you hear the movie. And it's it's interesting. And it was like a 2-for-1 deal. It's virtually going to be 22nd, whatever you want to call it, 22 Jump Street, and the Transformers, which is the movie that I was really going to see. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I want to see it anyway. But then he said that now they're going to play the Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Transformers, so yeah, way better, awesome. So I went to see it, and yeah, so this review will be about the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and not to make it so long, there will be another review, probably a couple of minutes after you're done watching this one, coming up on Transformers. And let me just start this off. Well, this movie takes place a couple of years after the first one. If you guys seen the first one, I don't want to worry your spoilers and everything. The first one ended with this new disease that was accidentally created in the lab and everything, and it was going to go out and wipe out humanity, while Caesar and his apes were starting to get smarter and smarter because they were infected with this miracle drug that was originally made to cure Alzheimer's, but it made Caesar the monkey smart, and then he took the monkeys to a lab and exposed them all to the same chemicals, and they're all smart and stuff. So now we're like years later, and like the apes are already a lot smarter. They're like kind of like I don't know, like tribal style, I guess you want to say it, with their spears and harpoons and everything. They're like riding horses, and Annalie asks, where did the horses come from? I know. And more of them can talk, not just Caesar. And there's like this rundown like poor remains of a city, kind of like post-apocalyptic city, with this kind of like a small group of remaining survivors of that city, led by Commissioner Gordon. Now, Gary Oldman, but he basically looked like an old, worn-out, beat-up Commissioner Gordon in this movie. And the thing is that, well, basically they found this place in the wilderness that has like this big dam. And their last hope, because running out of supplies and energy and all that crap, is if they can go to the dam and activate it, they can get electricity and hopefully, send out a signal for more help for other survivors in other parts of the country, to survive and whatever. But they didn't expect to run into Caesar and all his apes and everything. And at first, it was kind of like the monkeys were kind of curious about these humans. So they all go to the city and warn them that we don't want war with you guys, but if you come back to mess with us, there will be war. The apes will fight and all that. But the thing is, they still need the dam. So this guy, the main character here, and his, I don't know, wife, girlfriend, whatever, and this kid that likes to draw and everything, they all go there, and they try to convince apes that please let us, we're not going to mess with you, just please let us go and, work on the dam and work on it. While Commissioner Gordon's all like, well, I'm going to give these guys 3 days, and if they don't do it, gonna go over there and just shoot all them apes and take over, because they're just animals, I don't care, and everything. And of course, the apes are like not too trusting, but Caesar's willing to give them a chance. And amongst them all, there's this other ape called Koba, who was kind of messed up. He's kind of got scars and messed up, because he was like one of those laboratory monkeys that gets tortured and prodded and experimented on. So he has a very big hatred towards all humans, and he's all like, don't trust humans, no, and whatever. So he sneaks off and notices that Commissioner Gordon, all his people are having all of these guns, like, and like getting ready, and all these weapons. So they're like, we can't trust them. So these apes actually learn how to use guns the way we do, and Koba actually shoots down Caesar. And he tells all the monkeys, you see, the humans did. The humans killed Caesar. We want war. So that's where all hell breaks loose. And the monkeys go to the city. And, humans and monkeys fighting and killing and shooting and explosions. And, all hell breaking loose and everything. And it's just, I don't want to spoil too much of the rest of the movie. But, yeah, it gets very intense. I got to say that the movie's very intense. It's awesome. I really liked it. It was very well done. I like the way, because that's the thing I like more about these movies. I know Planet of the Apes originally is about, like, way in this alternate future or something where the apes are almost like human-like now, ruling the world. But I really like these newer movies that takes place more in modern day and shows, like, the more common monkeys and stuff that exist nowadays and how they're slowly becoming, I assume, what will eventually be what we see in the older Planet of the Apes movies. But I just love the fact that it takes place in modern day with all the modern technology and all that jazz, and how we're, like, living in this world with all, all this stuff happening and everything. And yeah, I almost had a little bit of the whole Walking Dead vibe with that kind of post-apocalyptic town with few survivors and all that into place. And very good fights. I really liked the fights between Koba and Caesar. I mean, everyone loved that. I mean, everyone was like super like into it. It was just so damn intense. I really loved the movie. Very well done. And one of my favorite scenes, of course, is that they actually took Caesar back to the original house that he first grew up in and whatever from the first movie, and he actually sees a camcorder with film of when the other guy from the first movie, the guy was played by the Harry Osborn guy from the first Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire trilogy and everything, and memories about how he was raised. I really liked those scenes, and it was just so cool, it was so cool, and yeah, it was an awesome movie. Lots of good stuff. I like the people. I like the characters in the movie. I like just the action. It was just very, very well done. It's like, I never really cared about the Planet of the Apes movies that much, but I just love this modern version that shows how it started. So I really love these new movies compared to the old ones. So I guess the way this movie ended is going to show even more of how the war keeps going and how I guess eventually all humanity will be wiped out and it will really be a Planet of the Apes. But I really hope they do make a third movie of this because this is pretty awesome. It's very recommended. It's a very awesome movie. I mean, I really love it. I mean, even the build-up was good because most time movies have slow, boring build-up. No, the build-up was pretty good here. It was just awesome. Totally awesome. So I gotta say, guys, I really recommend this. It's a really good movie. Even if you're not a fan of Planet of the Apes, just watch it. And the good thing is that if you haven't seen the first one, it's not all that important. I mean, yeah, it kind of builds up a little bit, but I mean, the little thing in the beginning movie that explains how the disease is killing the people and everything, and Obama cameo, all that stuff, that kind of explains it. I mean, I guess the scene where you go back to the house, it does help if you've seen the first movie, but it's not that important. If you haven't seen the movie, the first one, it's not like that important, so, I mean, you can just watch it, you can just dive right in. It's an awesome movie, and I gotta say, this is one of probably like the best, like non-comic book related movies this summer that I recommend. So yeah, if you're not a fan of all the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, all that stuff, you want to see something else, this is a pretty good movie. And of course, if you're a fan of the Planet of the Apes stuff, you'll really love it even more. So yeah, check it out, guys. It's awesome. I recommend it. So anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here, and this is, Mark and the Movies. Like I said, there will be a second review in a while this video is currently processing and rendering and whatever, so stay tuned for the next review, and I'll be seeing you at the drive-in movies.